Now, I'm going to get real for a second. As just somebody knows you as a friend, we hope your eye heals. And definitely, yeah. I mean, that's the most important thing. Now, when Floyd Mayweather said with the Pacquiao before, with the drug testing, health comes first, it is important because at the end of the day, your health, you only have one temple, one body. So what is your message to fighters who may have lingering issues that they you know what I mean, that they don't want to check for the paycheck? Because what you're dealing with, I mean, this could be vision or no vision, seeing or being blind, if you didn't handle it like you did.
No, most definitely. There is no question that if you don't get your retina detachment fixed and you still in there fucking around, you will go blind. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do it. So
if whatever injuries these fighters have, you think it's in their best interest to take care of their body?
It's in your best interest to take care of your body, but like I understand for like the millions of dollars that they are getting paid, why they would just surpass certain things and fight. You know what I'm saying? Because if somebody offered me $1 million right now and I wouldn't get my eyes checked or whatever, I would have just scrapped for $1 million because I'm not an idiot. With $1 million, it would change my fucking just 1 million.
But how you
not even 1 million? 500,000 would set me straight for the rest. I would just be cool because I know what to do. So I mean, I could see why fighters, you know, just like
money talks. So
but if you have time to rest. Get your body together. Do things. Find another avenue of working out. Just less punishment to keep you in shape. And then get back to boxing. You know what I mean? Especially if you've been boxing. If you've been boxing for a while, you know, watch who you sparring. You know, sometimes sparring bigger guys is not always a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But that was my thing. I can handle myself, so I would spar bigger guys. You know what I mean? But you know, not next time when I do box again, I'm gonna just take it, you know, a little bit. Take a better and more of a strategic approach when it comes to sparring, because now my skill level is at a point to where I don't need to be sparring people who are just good as me, because the sparring is gonna create a hard sparring environment, and you're gonna take punishment no matter what, because when you're in there with somebody who's just as comfortable as you take punishment that you don't need to take because they're just as good as you. They're gonna hit you and you're gonna hit them. And it's gonna create a non-stop hard exchanges. When you're in there with somebody who's not as good as you and not on that level all the way, you can work on shit, work on your defense, still get some shit off. They might get 1 or 2 shots off, but then you can still work and don't have to take a lot of punishment and still be able to get your work in. And then another thing too, I have to get wear a different type of headgear, you know, because I never wore the closed face, the face protector. Face saver. Now I'm gonna get in that one. You know what I mean? So it can protect me a little bit more. You know, I hate that headgear. But
you always told me that, yeah.
Yeah, I hate that headgear.
You said Amir Khan wore that too.
Yeah, he do. You know, and I understand why they wear it now. You know what I'm saying? Because it do protect you. So
now, since we're on the topic of just like fighters, I think one thing that Al Heyman's doing as an advisor pretty well is he's looking after the fighters, either financially, getting them exposure or whatnot, and putting them on platforms to where it's like the fighter, because you guys are the ones risking it all. Injuries, getting knocked out in front of millions.
Yep.
So, like, do you think more fighters should be more in tune with their career in terms of not getting abused like we seen in the 80s, 90s?
Yeah, because there's no 401k with boxing. You know what I'm saying? You don't get it I like what Al Heyman's doing. He's compensating the fighter, because when the shit is over, you need something to fall back on. And then two, it's up to the fighter and having a good team behind you. Like, you know, like my teams that I have, like Ego, you know, we work together. We try to create avenues to work off each other. Sports, you know, when you got a good team around you, you know, like Ego, we work off each other. Then, you know, I got Sports Connect, Sports Connect Us, you know, my man Rich, Latanya, Kareem Mayfield. Shout out to Sports Connect Us, app coming out soon, be prepared for that. And then my manager, Louisa, and then I just got other people in place. You know, we just all work together to create other avenues outside of boxing, so that I can make boxing work for me instead of me working for the boxing all the time.
Now, another thing that I know that I thought it was kind of appalling was if you really look at Francisco Vargas, who was the WBC champion.
Yes.
If you look at his schedule, like Golden Boy put him in probably some of the craziest, like a real tough fight. Maybe not the biggest names, but he fought Takashi Miura, the Japanese guy.
He should have took a year
and his
off
eye, remember he had his eye was looking real bad. He almost got stopped.
I'm sure he had something.
Then he came back and fought Orlando Salido, who beat Vasil Lomachenko.
Yes.
And then after he just fought the Miguel Berchelt or whatever, who just stopped him and was, I don't know if you've seen clips, but he was just digging to his body. He's a Mexican fighter, and he's just real aggressive,
I didn't see
ripping to the body, combination punches.
I don't know how his paydays was, but he probably was getting substantial amounts of good paydays.
But he took all that in probably like 12 calendar months.
Yeah, that's not good. But the paydays could have been good. But at the end of the day,
but fighters got to look at stuff like that.
The health might not add up to the payday. So after these 3, he needs to take a good 8 months off of nothing. Like literally let his body heal, get some nice little runs in every once in a while, maybe some mid work, and then just relax. No sparring on nothing, because that sparring in between those camps and then fighting and then sparring more, sparring more, wear and tear, and your career be short so fast.
Because, I mean, there's a lot of guys like that. Like, it's sad, too, in boxing. You see, like, Mike Alvarado. He fought Bradis Prescott. He almost got stopped in that fight. His lip was cut. Then he stops Bradis Prescott. Then he fought Brandon Rios, who was undefeated at the time. Rios stopped him in a war. Then he fought Brandon Rios again in a war. And then he fought, like, who did he fight? Ruslan Provodnikov after he beat Brandon Rios, and then he came back and fought Juan Manuel Marquez. Then he fought Rios the 3rd time. Like,
man, that's a lot. He needs to take the rest of his life off, because he's doing nothing. He was living at Benihana's with the garlic butter in the refrigerator. He don't need to be fighting for at least 2 years. That's just a lot. And once you make, I don't know how much money he made during that little stint when he was taking all them fights, but he need to just fall back, man. That's just a lot of punishment.
Now, I got to bring this up. Deontay Wilder is a fighter who some people have critiqued his resume. They say, hey, since you fought Bermane Stiverne, you ain't really fought anybody the caliber of Stiverne, even though Povetkin failed a drug test.
He
but
shouldn't have.
Do you think, are you okay with, I guess, Deontay Wilder's resume up to this point? And what do you want to see next from him?
Yeah, because Stiverne is a top heavyweight, if not one of the best heavyweights, besides King Kong and Joshua. So like, you don't fight Deontay Wilder against Bermane Stiverne, then put him in there with Klitschko, then put him in there with Anthony Joshua, then put
Tyson
him in there
Fury.
Tyson Fury. You don't do that, because then his career gonna be short after that. You gotta take some time off. You get to another training camp, get a lesser opponent, get a couple of those, and you step back up again, But if you don't know boxing, then you don't know that. And then people say, oh, you need to fight somebody. Hey, bro, you haven't fought anybody. You've never tasted the taste of garlic. So you can't say anything. You don't know what butter or garlic tastes like. So you don't tell with to people who don't know boxing, even people who box don't even know how to judge or move somebody in a career. They don't understand. You don't keep taking hard fight after hard fight. Your first fight, you in there with an Olympian. You don't do that shit. It's a process, man. You take your time. You take your fucking time.
Deontay Wilder, Gerald Washington, 6'6", USC former football player turned boxer, athletic. Gave him a run for his money in the early rounds. He's from Vallejo. Shout out to 707.
Yeah, that motherfucker can scrap, man.
What'd you think of the outcome, like, and just what you seen from the fight?
People saying, like, Deontay Wilder, he looked it like this. And first of all, he broke his hand, had to take a year off, I think. Had to take a fucking year off, so that is gonna, that's gonna play into how you look. Because Luis Ortiz took a lot of time off, and that played into how he looked against Malik Scott.
Good
point.
What I'm
saying?
Yeah, the Tony Thompson to Scott.
Walters had a year off, and you see,
and he quit.
and you see how he looked against Lomachenko. But hey, that's another one. That's just me. Bernard Hopkins took 2 years off. Looked good in spots, but then eventually couldn't.
He got flown out of the ring.
Yeah, somebody put garlic butter on a plastic spoon and flicked it out the ring, and he was gone. You know what I mean? So like, it's just a little shit like that, man. You gotta you adhere to certain things like that. You know, if you take long layoffs from boxing, you're not gonna look as sharp as you did. Lamont Peterson said he could look better his last fight. That's because he was off for so long.
16 months.
You know, if you taking less competition, then yeah, you can be busier. But if you taking hard fights, then you need to be taking substantial time off so that your brain don't get knocked out your fucking earlobes. Because you get in there with somebody good, you're gonna be getting hit.
I agree. I mean, because even if you look at Gennady Golovkin's his record, I don't think he's really been in many tough fights that we've seen. He's pretty much handled the same. I mean, Kell Brook was probably the toughest fight.
Because if Golovkin get a tough fight at his age, it could be over. One tough fight at his age could derail everything. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm hard on Golovkin, but, you know, I'm thinking like how many fights he got now?
30 plus.
30, you know, okay, how long you gonna do this? You know what I'm saying? You know, now it's, if you're gonna take your fights, take your step-up fights down and be done, but, you know.
So, let's say you're Troy Heyman. You're related to Al Heyman. What's next for Deontay Wilder? Who do you want to see him in there with next?
Who did he just fight?
Gerald Washington.
That was a pretty decent, tough fight. Get him to mediocre competition, so he can work some of his shit, and then he could take another big fight against Klitschko, Tyson Fury, anybody, one of them.
Klitschko, Joshua winner?
Yeah, one of them, whoever. No, he about to fight Stavern next, so fuck.
What about...
That's going to be a hard fight.
What about Alexander Povetkin?
He's on the fucking juice. He's done. When they catch you on steroids, they should reverse your whole shit.
With your whole career?
The whole career should be reversed.
So your box rec should get wrecked?
So if you 30-0, when they catch you, they give you a warning. They say, you get caught again, we taking all your wins away and they losses.
You 0-30.
You 0-30. Who gonna fight you at that point? Because motherfuckers is on these steroids, man. That shit, I just don't get it. You know, and niggas be acting like they don't know they on the juice.
All right, Jim's closing. Garcia Thurman real quick.
Man, Thurman one time.
He's going to one-time him, or he's going to go to the decision?
No, it's going to be more than one time, but he going I don't think he's going to make it to the decision. Cause,
you think he's going to stop Danny Garcia?
In late rounds, yeah.
Be expecting the text from me.
But if he... I don't know. It just depends on how Garcia take that shot, man. Getting hit that hard, and you ain't ever been hit that hard before, is very shocking.
What's the noise that Keith Thurman makes?
I don't want to do it. My fucking eyeball might come out.
Okay.
In real life.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So Keith Thurman, maybe a TKO, maybe decision.
Maybe a TKO.
But Keith Thurman is winning it.
Yeah, and Danny Garcia's face bruises up pretty good. Because Lamont Peterson had his face bruised up. And Keith Thurman is the person, if he hits you, he's going to fuck your face up. I'm not saying he might stop him because he be hurt stopped, but the referee might be like, your face took too much punishment.
Okay. Golovkin, Jacobs.
I don't know. It's a 50-50 fight. But I'm telling you, if Jacobs have any rounds like Kell Brook had, the fight is going to be over. So if Golovkin...
What, getting consecutive shots in?
Consecutive shots. Clean ones, because whatchamacallit is a very hard puncher.
Okay.
He's clear that he makes people concuss when he hits them. Golovkin hits people, but they get up. Like Keith Thurman said, shout out to Keith Thurman, made a good point about Danny Garcia's power. Danny Garcia has power, but every time he hits somebody, they get up, and they most likely sometimes finish the fight. When Keith Thurman hits you, you get up and you look stupid. I could tell by the facial expression that they like, God damn, this motherfucker hit hard. It's the same thing with Deontay Wilder. When he hits you and you get up, you're not.
If you get up,
if you get up, yeah, but you be on Queer Street. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I know that whatchamacallit has the more power at 47, and Garcia's never fought a hard puncher at 47. So we need to see what that looks like. You know what I mean? Kell Brook and Errol Spence.
Kell Brook, Errol Spence.
I don't know. I need to see what Errol Spence, what he can do. I already know what Kell Brook can do. It's what Errol can do because
that'll be clearly a step up in caliber.
That's the highest step up he's ever took.
Joshua Klitschko.
I'm going with however Joshua fights. If Joshua comes forward, Klitschko's going to beat him. If Joshua boxes, Klitschko's going to lose because Klitschko is more comfortable with fighting off the back foot.
Where can the fans follow you?
The fans can first wait a minute, because we got to talk about this Chavez Canelo situation. I told you motherfuckers that Chavez Jr. is big as fuck.
Yeah, I seen all the I was at the press tour. Exactly. I seen all the pictures.
So, I mean, but one thing I can tell you, if Chavez Jr., he's big, but if he's trying to stand in front of Canelo,
that's bad?
That's bad. Don't stand in front of that man. Any man who stands in front of that little Mexican man does not make it out of there. If he stops him to the body, I expect it and respect it. If he stops him to the head, that's unexpected, and he would clearly stop Golovkin. Clearly.
So, okay, if Canelo Alvarez stops Chavez at 164.5 to the head, he's stopping Golovkin.
He stops Golovkin because Chavez Jr. is bigger than Golovkin.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? With a chin, and has fought bigger people. From far is huge.
True.
From far is like your size.
Yeah, I got a picture with him.
Yeah, so like he's fought him, and he didn't. From far didn't knock him out. He quit, but to take punches from a bigger person clearly.
And he did that off a 15-month layoff.
So what I'm saying, if Canelo stops Chavez Jr. to the head, he will undoubtedly stop Golovkin, because Golovkin is nowhere near the size of Chavez Jr.
Yeah, I seen him with Julian Jackson's son, Julius, and he looks small.
He's small.
He was next to David Benavidez too, and in between both of them, he looked small.
Small, and
but he can crack.
He can, but it don't matter if you can crack. If you in there standing in front of Canelo Alvarez, he will fuck you up. If Chavez Jr. box, he can win.
You guys heard it from Killertainment, Troy King.
They can follow me. First, before you follow me, go to garlicbuttergang@gmail.com. Send me your address. Send the payments in. The information will be there for you, so you can get you a garlic butter shirt. Shout out to Sports Connect Us, my app coming out soon. Out here in these streets, I need downloads immediately. Sports Connect Us. And then follow me, Cornel the Chivo, Killertainment, Instagram. Hit me on Facebook. Ask me questions so I can see you. Hey, don't ever get this shit twisted. I'll still beat the fuck out of you.